Alright, I started the giveaway.
To be fair, I did ask if you wanted it to be part of the broadcast.
Who, me?
Yeah, my Zaxby door.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. Want some. Alright, now how do I pause, Beard?
I think it's space or enter.
35.96.
Can you hear any volume?
I don't hear anything. Hold on. I'm unmuting my computer. I'll let you know. My phone
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
What is going on, ECFL? You got me, Trigger, making an appearance back in the booth. Can y'all hear me? That is the most important question. You also got Beard in here. I forgot to mention that. But can y'all hear me? Someone say something in fucking Twitch. Okay, they hear me.
So here comes the offense taking the field
All right,
for the first time today.
Let's do my intro again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as you have the number 3 Raging Cajun traveling down to Demon Time to go up against Wake Forest. You got me, Trigger, in the booth, as well as that man, the myth, the legend, Beard on Blast. How you doing, man?
Well, I just dumped that entire Coke in my lap, so I'm not great.
Okay. We can come back to you. As you have the Raging Cajuns come out shotgun formation, they're going to drop back. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to hit their check down. That's Donovan Orlando for 9 yards and a new set of down.
What do you usually expect from a tight end? That was a big gain, and this offense keeps humming along.
As they're coming out of this single back formation, 2 wideouts at both up top. They're going to be moving a tight end in motion. So you have tight end on both sides. It's going to be a play action. He's going to drop back. He has all day. Will they get any pressure on him? And he's going to find his check down, man. He's going to shed a tackle and get 31 yards. These Raging Cajun team is definitely on a mission early tonight.
As a route runner, his progression
Big Poppy starting off 2 for 2 on the night.
First and 10. Ball on the 33.
As they're coming up back out of this offset I formation, receiver on both sides of the screen. This time it's not going to be a play action. And Stover's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage by Dax Daughtry. As they're coming back out of the single back formation, 3 wide offset, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's caught by Donovan Orlando for 12 yards. This is the Raging Cajun team's having their way right now.
Quarterback and the receiver, and the result again.
That was a dangerous throw there, Trey. I don't know about that one.
It's definitely a dangerous throw, but it worked out for him. As it's going to be the speed option. He has a man. He's going to pitch it. That's 11 yards for Stover on the ground.
That might be one of the best option pitches I've ever seen.
The tailback had a ton of running room.
Yeah, definitely worked in their favor tonight.
From the 9-yard line.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to drop back, throw it out of bounds, as that looked really dangerous right there.
I think he had his guy. He had a little bit of the inside route, but he threw it just over his head.
As they're coming out of the single back formation, 2 receivers set, 1 on each side. It's going to be a handoff, and he's just going to walk it in untouched. That's Anthony Stover going to the house for 6 early on.
Boy, did
UL looking to establish the run game early here, doing a good job. What will Wake Forest do to answer?
I mean, the Raging Cajuns are ranked number 3 in the nation for a reason. Their offense just showed why. Will their defense be able to show that as well? Or will Wake Forest show why they are deserving of number 6?
Because of the versatility of the offense.
It'll be interesting to see. Both of these teams have played the number 1 team in the nation in Army, and both had very different results.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
As we got Wake Forest coming out of the offset pistol, 3 wide offset, 2 down low, 1 up top. It's going to be a handoff up the gut to Devontae Jacobs for 2 yards.
Yeah, ULL sniffed that one out. The counter did not work.
It's 2nd down, 8 to go.
They definitely did not give him any room to go. As they're coming out of a normal formation for Wake Forest, a 4 wide. He's going to drop back. He's going to dump it over the middle to Brutus Phillips for 6.
Going to bring up 3rd and short.
There to give himself a little room to make the catch.
I mean, you right now in this position to me, you have the whole playbook open as they're coming out of the pistol formation, 2 wide offset. It's going to be a handoff to Jacob, who's going to get 1 and be short. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt it? They're going to like to punt.
Yeah, too early in the game to try to risk it all right here. Now, some of us don't agree with that, but most coaches think that this early in the game, let your defense see if it was a fluke that they scored your first time.
He fields a punt at the 20.
Can Wake Forest make a tackle tonight as Guggiesburg just got 5 yards and broke like the whole Wake Forest team right there?
This offense threw the ball extremely well on their last drive, and they ended up with a touchdown.
Let's see if ULL can be as effective as they were last time.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide offset, it's going to be a handoff. That's Stover going nowhere.
Wake Forest said, "Pull me once, shame on you. Pull me twice, shame on me."
Ball on their own 25.
As they're coming back out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to drop back. It's going to be a halfback screen. He's got blockers. He's got space. He's at the 50. He's going to be brought down at the 28-yard screenplay, but I believe that was Dax Daughtry who ran it down.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle if there ever was.
That definitely was. And, I mean, that's a big man running. That's either Dax Daughtry or Brutus Phillips, I believe. No, that's Cody Lawrence might be. He forgot he's a big dude, too. As it's going to be a sack and fumble, but they're going to recover it.
Yeah, that's still big, though. 8 yards going the other direction.
I'm pretty sure that was not a fumble, by the way.
So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. So a big momentum shift could be in the making here as we take a look.
Yeah, I don't think that was a fumble. Hey, I got a question for y'all on Twitch Road. Are the announcers real loud for y'all? Like, can y'all hear us just fine over the broadcast, the in-game announcers?
Press start or press enter, Aaron.
He said he'd do it during
After the
halftime.
review, they reversed the call on the field. So the sack makes this
I mean, they
lost
lost 6 instead of 8, though. The play was overturned. As they're coming out of single back formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. It's going to be a quick pass over the middle. That's Donovan Orlando. He's been a man on a mission not getting 3 more.
Now, 4 yards is a great second down play when you're not at 3rd and 6 or 2nd and 16.
Yeah, you are right there. As they're coming back out of the single back formation, 3 wide outside, 2 to the top, 1 down low. They're going to find Uncle Swoosh. They split the zone coverage there.
And Swoosh held on one-handed through an absolute smoke show.
And that's going to give them a new set of downs. And they're showing that they're deserving. They're fighting. As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide outset, 2 up top, 1 down low. They're going to be moving the tight into the south side of your screen. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to just float that one over to Donovan Orlando for 6 more.
3rd and 12 being picked up is demoralizing for a defense.
That is very true. Big Poppy 7 for 8 on the night. As they're coming back out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide outset, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's just going to float this one out of bounds.
That was a good throwaway. Stepped up in the pocket. Nothing was there.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down.
Instead of throwing a risky pass, threw it to the sidelines.
As they're coming out, 3rd and 4 out of the shotgun formation. 3 wide offset, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to find a man again through the zone. That's Gurned Up Gettysburg. Big Poppy is reading this zone perfectly tonight.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're throwing that into coverage.
Wake Forest is playing some soft zone.
In his wide receiver to have the ability to come down with
Poppy can't tear it apart, but right
big time there between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
I can't take anything away from Poppy. He's doing exactly what he has to on this zone coverage. He's going to drop back. It's going to be incomplete as their coverage was on in that play.
From the
good coverage.
It's 2nd
by Wake
down.
Forest.
As they're coming out of the hot formation, 2 wide offset, even look to receivers. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop, has all day and then some to throw, and it's almost intercepted by Tim Parent.
Keep your hands up. Maybe you can come away
He was back there doing his homework for math class.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to, he's not going to have the toe drag swag, they're going to say. 4th and 10, they're going to have to settle for 3.
They're going to go for the easy 3 here.
Not going to challenge it. Must have been pretty obvious.
By a couple of scores.
I mean, for mine, I thought he was in for my vantage point. I'm not going to lie.
Coach might say it's too early to throw that challenge flag, especially hard cut.
As Wake Forest is going to get the ball back. ULL held them to nothing the last time.
Great return by Wiley Coyote, the guy who does it all.
Not quite a blowout, but unless they do something here, it might.
He has scored every type of way possible except for a passing touchdown. As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to throw a dangerous pass to John Smith.
So they go to the air and pick up 6.
John Smith, highly recruited transfer out of Ole
They're
Miss.
about 4 yards away here on 2nd
Had a
down.
quiet season being here at Wake Forest. Not this season you expect after the year he had last year.
He gets rid of this one.
I heard that him and his head coach had a fight in the offseason. Now the head coach is kind of burning it.
I heard the head coach's son's playing receiver too. Something about favoritism.
Makes the catch and look out. He's brought it down.
And you're going to find Devontae Jacobs for 9 yards and a new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10.
What a throw out of
As they're coming out pistol formation, 4 wide offset, trips up top, 1 down low. He's going to load up. He's going to throw a check down to the coach's son. That's Chance Ravager.
They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
I would like to see
if a defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback,
a news
offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
well, I'm trying to think what I'm looking for. A news outlet get to the bottom of this daddy ball situation.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 35.
I'm not sure about it. We might get some breaking news from some team this week as they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide offset. He's going to load up. He's throwing deep. He's going to find a man. That's Morty McFloat for 16 yards.
Good enough for the first down.
He McFloated that one out there, and that was another dangerous throw. There was at least 4 white jerseys in the area.
3.
There was 4 right there. You didn't see that replay?
Yeah, I saw the replay, but the 4th one came running in late.
Well, he was the over-the-top safety.
As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. They're going to hand off to Devontae Jacob, who is going nowhere.
Wake Forest not having a strong run attack.
Definitely something they got rid of last season. As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to load up. He's going to float it over the middle to the coach's son, Chance Ravager for 5.
So last season they had B. Wiley Coyote running the ball.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Like I said, V. Wiley Coyote has scored a touchdown with a pick 6, a fumble recovery, a rushing, a receiving, a kick return, and a punt return in his career. As he's gone back to the end zone, it's caught. Touchdown by Chance Ravager. As they're
Coaching son again.
close this gap.
Tremendous example of the type of chemistry that these
Maybe
two
the
players
coaching son
enjoy.
is better
When
than
a
John
quarterback
Smith.
and a receiver on the same page, good things tend to
I
happen.
mean, did you not? John Smith had a season last year as a freshman and was going up for Player of the Year.
He splits the uprights with the extra point.
And Slater's in chat and not even saying anything about a shit talking player. Like, he's not said a single word about it. As we're going to see ULL with a nice return, breaking tackles, an invisible hurdle. That's Uncle Swoosh for 39 years.
They're having a ton of fun down there on the sidelines. You can just see that everything's clicking for them.
As you see there, the yardage difference is doubled in favor of.
Trying to come up with ways when we're on the sideline of what we can do to stop this powerful offense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
As it's going to be a handoff up the gut to Anthony Stover, and there's a big part of this yardage difference. ULL is able to run the football.
First here on second down.
Yeah, being one-sided at the top side of this league is definitely hard to accomplish.
As you have the quarterback dropping back to throw, he's going to float this one out of bounds into a sack. Out of a sack.
The problem is
They'll bring up 3rd and 3. Big thing here at Wake Forest to turn this into
as they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wideout set. It's going to be a halfback screen. He's going to find his man. He has blocking. He has just enough for a first down.
First down.
ULL is doing a great job in screens.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wideout set, 2 up top, 1 down low, has all day to throw. He's going to throw this one out of bounds. It looks like this Wake Forest defense is starting to wake up on that pass a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you don't want if you're ULL.
Let's come out shotgun. He's going to load back. He's going to overthrow the man on the deep slant.
And he had it.
In the air. Here's the call.
Oh, they're going to call pass interference on Giovanni Valenti. As they're going to move forward. I didn't see where the pass interference did, but they saw something we did. And by the way, is that the first pass interference call you saw since you've been in the ECFL?
No, I've seen a couple now.
As they're coming out shotgun formation, 4 wide, I'll say he's going to drop back. He's going to float this over to the sideline, the Gernberg, for 5 yards.
That's definitely one of those, hey, look, don't get burnt and beat for a touchdown. Just go ahead and stop him from scoring.
I mean, I didn't even see the pass interference, but I'll take it. As there's going to be a read option. Ooh, Big Poppy gets 6, but he gets hit stick.
First and 10, ball on the 35-yard line.
As they're coming out of the single back formation, 4 wide out set, tripped bunch to the top side of your screen. He's going to find the man wide open.
Taken down. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job
Greg
of
Givens.
holding on to the football.
Twitch World is not being very talkative to us tonight, Beard.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
As they're coming out of the I formation, 2 wide out set, both of them up top. It's going to be a handoff outside run over to Stover, who's going to be picking up 10 and a new set of downs.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 16-yard line.
As that's going to do it for the first quarter tonight. The Raging Cajun holding the lead, 10-7, and they're in striking distance. Will this Wake Forest defense bend? Will it break? Stick around to find out.
Back to the action here in the second quarter. It's been a good one and a tight one at this point.
As you have him coming out of the offset shotgun, 4 wide offset, trips down low, 1 up top. He's going to take back, make a 3-step drop. He's going to find his dump off man Stover for 3 yards.
That'll make it 2nd and 7. Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 14.
As they're coming out of the offset shotgun, 4 wide offset, even look to the receiver, 2 on both sides of your screen. They're going to be moving 1 in the backfield. It's going to be a speed option. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down. He's brought down just shy of a touchdown, bringing a 1st and goal from about the 1. 2. As they're coming out of single back formation, 4 wide outside, trips to the top side of your screen. They're going to be moving tight end down motion. He's going to drop back, throw a quick bullet. It's going out of the end zone.
2nd down and goal. 2 yards to the end zone.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 2 wide outside. Even look to the receivers. He's not going to like it. He's going to audible. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He has a man over the middle. It's caught by Greg Gibbons Jr. as they're going to take a 17-7 lead.
That'll be a big boost. You always want to capitalize on these short yardage situations, and that pass was an excellent call.
And he hits the PAT. A 12-play, 73-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
As you're going to get Wile Coyote on a return. His blocker snuffs on a block. Getting to the 20-yard line.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side,
21.
you've got to find a way to keep building on your
As they're
lead.
coming out of the pistol formation, 3 wide outside, 2 up top, 1 down low. They're going to be moving Devontae Jacobs out in the flats. They're going to dump it off to Jamel Long, who's going to lose a yard.
What's going on there?
As this Raging Cajun defense is definitely still playing on a different level tonight. They're showing why they're a number 3 ranked team in the country. Or ECFL, whatever you want to call it.
From their own 19-yard line. 2nd down.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, trips up top, 1 down low. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to float this one over the middle. It's going to be caught by John Smith for 9 yards, bringing up 3rd and 2. Man, right now, this Wake Forest has a whole playbook open. But are they going to be able to do anything? So far, they've had no luck on the ground at night. As they're coming out of pitch formation, they're going to be moving the running back out. It's going to be caught by Devontae Jacobs for 7 yards. And Moose set it down to Wake Forest.
It's 1st down.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, trip down low. He's not going to like it. He's going to float this one quickly over to John Smith, who's not going to have the awareness to spin the correct way and stay inbound. As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 4 wide outside, even look to the receivers, 2 on both sides of the screen. They're going to be sending running back in motion. He's going to throw a dart over the middle. It is dropped and incomplete by Solo Styles. This Raging Cajun forcing a 3rd and long situation here as the Wake Forest coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide outside. It's going to be a quick play action pass over the middle. It's going to be caught by Morty McFloat, 13 yards.
Is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back the pass.
As Solo Styles 12 for 14 on the night as he's coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, even look to the receivers. It's going to be a hand off to Devontae Jacobs. I think that's his first positive run of the night, and it goes for 5.
We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 43.
As they're coming back out of the pitch formation, 4 wide outside, trips to the top side, 1 down low. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to float this one over the middle. It's going to be caught by Morty McFloat again for 9 yards.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, even look to the receivers, 2 on both sides of your screen. So Styles not going to like it. He's going to audible. It's going to be a play action. He's going to throw off his back foot. It's going to be caught by John Smith.
From the 29-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Smoke Vasquez with his 5th tackle of the night. As they're coming out of the pitch formation, 2 wide outside. It's going to be a read option. Solo Styles going to keep it. He's going to run east and west. He's going to get 3 before this this Raging Cajun defense is going to be there to bring him down. Bringing up another 3rd and short. But Wake Forest being good on 3rd down, 4 for 5 of the night. They're going to hand it off to Devontae Jacobs, who's breaking tackles, who's a man on the mission, who's going to get inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
That makes it 1st and goal.
As they're in 1st and goal, they're in striking distance. They're trying to keep this a 1-possession game at all costs. As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, trip to the south side, 1 up top, He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to float one over into the back of the end zone. Mixed float with a touchdown.
That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can think the play calling there. Very impressive.
It was a textbook post route, and the pass was right on target. Here's the point after to try to cut this to a 3-point game. And he tacks on the extra point. So a 12.
As it's a 14-17 game in favor of the Raging Cajuns. It's game of the week for a reason, y'all. As number 3 takes on number 6 with a slight lead. Oh my God, Uncle Swoosh could not get a block that time, and he was left high to dry when he thought he had a blocker.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can. Welcome back, Beard.
I've been here the whole time talking, but I guess you couldn't hear me.
There hasn't been too much
hear a
between
thing.
these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause...
That's the reason I was probably interrupting you a lot. As they're coming out of single back formation, 3 wide out sets, going to be a handoff up the middle to Anthony Silver for 5.
Back to trying to establish that run game.
I mean, they've had very good success with it, averaging 6 yards a carry with Stover. I mean, as he's going to break a tackle, he's unable to break the second one. They're going back to 3rd and long as Cody Lawrence is there to bring it down in the backfield.
You never want
Can't go
to
backwards.
defensive play like that to build their confidence.
That will not get you first down.
So, fun fact, just realized that out of both teams, there has only been 2 third-down conversions not completed. As he's loading up, he's throwing deep. It's one-on-one coverage. It is caught.
Where's the cornerback going? The cornerback's running the route here. Watch him. Oh,
I guess he thought he was receiver.
Now it's 1st and
That's
10.
tough.
Whoever number 26 is on Wake Forest, please take credit for your lapse in judgment.
You're fired.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide out set, even look to the receiver. It's going to be a read option. Big Poppy's going to be rumbling and stumbling for 10 yards at a new set of down. Oh, 2nd and inches.
Almost blew that one up at the handoff.
Ow! You're heavy, dog, and just tore my leg up. As they're coming out of single back formation, 2 wide out set. They're going to be moving the tight end in motion to the top side. It's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to swing it over. He's going to find his man. That's Danis Wannablank for 7.
Gain of 7 on the play. First down.
Nobody picks up the fullback coming out of the backfield. Easy completion.
I mean, that fullback may not be a high priority player that you see often, but when he gets like plays like that, you know, that's good dirt for a touchdown. Raging Cajun.
As the offense gets it through the air.
Yeah, they've had some success in their short
And they answer very quickly.
Confident they can make that play work down
They
in
Third
are
and
not
long.
letting off this throttle.
3rd and long is killing Wake Forest right now.
And he adds the extra
3rd
point.
downs are killing both teams right now. Like I said, there's been 2 missed 3rd down opportunities all game long.
Looks like they're ready for the kick.
As we're going to see them kick it away. And you're going to have Wiley Coyote on the return. He actually got a block this time, but it's still try the 25 because the blocker pushed him into Coyote.
Big blockers are so hard to come by.
I know, they're...
The offense was
We got them
able to
pushing
get
each
the
other
end
into
zone on that
teammates
last
and
drive.
shit.
They'll come back out looking for more of the same.
I figured you had it.
right now is in a rhythm.
As they're coming out of this formation, 4 wide out set, it's going to be a read option. Solo Styles is going to keep it. He's going to get one.
His hands that he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against this.
Styles is not your prototypical running quarterback.
2nd and 9. Coming
No,
up.
that is Peyton Manning style running quarterback. As they're coming out of pistol formation, 2 wide out set, both down low. Going to be a handoff to Devontae Jacobs, who stiff arms one man, but gets back to the line, and that's it.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
It looks like that dude from Kentucky, but runs like Peyton.
As they're coming out of pistol formation, 4 wide out set, even though 2 receivers. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to dump it off. He's going to go to Devontae Jacobs, who's losing 2. And it's the third down of this game not completed. And they're going to have to give it right back to this Raging Cajun team. Will they be able to capitalize and extend this to a 3-possession game?
The real question is, can Wake Forest stop them from capitalizing?
That is a very good question. As we get a huge punt return by Gundert.
I was really impressed with their last series.
He was Gerges deep in.
On the passing game, and the offense got the job done.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set 2 up top, 1 down low. It's going to be a handoff up the gut to Anthony Stover for 10 yards.
They roll him forward for the first down in the tackle. That's an unfortunate mistake.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set 2 up top, 1 down low. It's going to be, oh my God, they said, I'm going to make up for my tackle last time.
Sometimes you just got to lay him out.
He made up for his lapse of judgment last time. This time he came straight through the hole. As they're coming out of the Pitts formation, it's going to be a little halfback screen. It's going to be caught. They are killing it on these screens tonight, man.
Yeah, but this time he stops them from getting. They stop him from getting the first. If you don't know, horse collar is illegal in the ECFL.
As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 3 wide out, set 2 down low, 1 up top. It's going to be another halfback screen. This time it's going backwards.
4th and 10 might have put him out of field goal range.
That's the defensive tackle sticking on the halfback right there. They're going to go for it.
Interesting call.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set 2 up top, 1 down low. Pressure's coming to him, and it's going to be short. Turnover him down.
If you throw short of the sticks, you wind up short of the sticks.
Why was the defensive end playing coverage, though?
They'll take over here, ready to start a new season.
Hey,
that was the defensive end who just hit it. I mean, as they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to float this one over. It's going to be brought in by John Smith.
4 yards away here on 2nd down.
John's tiring us talk about how he's not a threat on this offense.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out, set solo. Styles is losing 7. As that's the big number, Daniel Stover getting back there
with the blitz. The offensive lineman
got to throw that one away.
Linebackers, and it freed up the defensive lineman to make that sack.
You got to have pocket presence. I guess that's what you get when you have a freshman quarterback. As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide out, set him, look to the receivers. 2 on both sides. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to float this one deep. It almost intercepted by number 8. I don't know who that is, but number 8 on the Raging Cajuns, and they're going to have to punt it away after 2 back-to-back 3 and out.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
You need this offense to do something. Your defense has been slacking. Can't be slacking on both sides of the ball if you want to stay in this.
I bet you Wiley Cody's got something to say in the locker room.
Left to be played. They got to remember that's
I don't think it'll be Wiley Cody you got to worry about, because that man's been cooked so many times tonight.
They come out in an empty backfield.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out set, it's going to be a over the middle, somehow dangerous pass, but he came down with it.
I didn't say it wouldn't be an apology.
Of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making the catch.
No, I'm pretty sure Wiley Cody does not know what an apology is. He's going to try not to kill someone.
He's hit immediately.
As it's going, Greg Givens Jr. for 8 yards and a new set of downs. This clock is ticking. There's a minute 10 left in half. Will they capitalize? As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out set, 4 wide out set, trip to the south side of your screen, 1 up top. It's going to be a halfback screen that's blown up in the backfield by Cody Lawrence. Anthony Stover losing 7.
UL doing Wake Forest a favor, takes the timeout after that loss.
As they're coming out of the empty backfield set, 5 wide, trip to the top side of your screen. He's going to drop back, he's going to throw it over the middle. Oh my God, tackle that man. He's going to get 15, bringing up 3rd and 2. Sorry, I know I'm a part of Wake Forest, but that was just stupid. Let's come back underneath the backfield. He's going to load up. He's throwing deep. He has his man beat. Peters, that touchdown. Uncle Smith.
Yeah, this deep pass game is really hurting Wake Forest right now.
Quarterback is going to continue to tear him up until they get.
They're leaving. Number 26 is being cooked badly. I think it's just the matchup. Like he's being pulled from zone and just trying to run backwards, but it's not looking good over there.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
He's been invited to the barbecue. And, right now, he's been invited to the barbecue.
He'll
and right
return
now
it from the 3. And he's taken down at the 28.
Kickoff return 25 yards.
I almost thought I broke out of all those.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got
So
a lot
close
of
yet, so
left,
far.
I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink.
And you have
of
Wake
blowout.
Forest coming out on his piss formation 4 wide offset, 5 to the south side, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to throw over the middle. It's caught by Coach's son. Chance Ravager for 20 yards. They're going to call a timeout.
From their own 48-yard line. First down.
I just want to know when they're going to stop throwing to the kick.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide offset, they're going to fling it over. It's going to be to Morty McFloat. They're going to call their second time out. They have a long way to go to get back into the striking position. So yeah, as they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide offset, they're going to float it over the middle, getting to Chance Ravager. They're going to come out of the hurry-up offense. They're coming out 4 wide, 2 on both sides of the screen out of the piss formation. They're letting the clock tick down. Okay, they finally...
Good there, Killer?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I got the massive hiccup. It's going to go to John Smith. There's 11 seconds. They're going to snap it, come out shotgun. He's going to load up. He's throwing deep. He's caught. It's touchdown. BB Wolf for a 33-yard touchdown.
I mean, sometimes you just give them a heavy dose of their own medicine.
Defense better make some adjustments, and they need to make them now because this passing attack is making them.
They finally made a comment about something, and it was my fucking hiccups.
Swoosh is just recovering. He's finally recovered from the Army.
They're probably just going to squib this kick. I don't
As they're going to kick it off. 5 seconds on the clock. Is this going to be it right here? They're going to finish it on the kickoff?
To about the 25-yard
No.
line.
There's 2 seconds. Do you think they're going to try to throw it deep for a quick point, or do you think they're going to run it out?
Hoping to duplicate the results
Probably
of the
went
last
out.
one,
I would
which
throw it
ended in a
deep.
touchdown.
That's what I would
Great
do.
passing was the key for the offense the last
As they're coming out of the I formation, 2 wide out set. It's going to be a handoff to Anthony Stover. He's going to get 9 yards and bring us back home.
31-21.
So, Beard, break down this half. What did you like from these teams? What didn't you like?
Offenses have looked good. At the same time, defenses have looked really sloppy. We need to really figure out how to hone in and take out the pass and touchdown and let the defense work and
ball security was a major theme coming into this game, and both offensive.
All right, so
coordinators
if you're
have
Wake
to be
Forest,
thrilled
what
with
are
the fact that
you
their offense,
changing this half
first
to
and
get back into
foremost,
this
did a
game?
good job of taking care of the ball.
26 may never play another
every game, that's for
in the
sure.
stadium.
Both teams don't have a turnover at the half, and you usually.
If you're the Raging Cajuns, what are you doing to keep your foot on the throttle and keep us lead?
And it's definitely not. It's
I'm
nice to be able to put in a
running the
plan
clock.
throughout
Start
the
running
week
the ball
and to be able to execute it.
Bleed
not
the
to be
clock
able to make
because
those big
the
mistakes.
longer,
Coaches will tell
the
you,
more time
it's those
you
big
give
mistakes
Wake Forest,
that
the
it's
quicker
okay to
that,
be
or the
rushed
better
in the
chance
pocket as a quarterback.
that they're going to come
and
back
throw it to your mom in the third row. Don't throw it in harm's way. Both quarterbacks done a good
I like
job,
it,
and as a
dude.
result, both teams with 0
If you look through
turnovers.
yardage,
Just about time to get you back.
Look at the time
the
of
biggest
possession.
telltale sign is the time of possession. Raging Cajuns have had it double the time.
Here got good games.
We're locked and loaded. We got all the big screens going. You're going to be looking to hand out some helmet stickers later.
And from 2 powerhouses like this, you know another stat I'm surprised we don't have?
Yes. Brad and Kirk, you are to
Turnovers.
distance. Take it away.
That's because the corners and the safeties are getting absolutely roasted.
That is true, too. That is very
Welcome back,
true.
everybody. Second half action about to begin.
As we're
There's
going
going
to
to
see
be
Wake.
a.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say we have Wake.
To the 20.
Okay,
At the 30.
yeah. As we have a huge return.
And they
That's
push him out
John
at the
Smith bringing out to the
45.
45-yard line because he actually got a
To this
block.
offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives.
Bobby
They want to
Tubbs
get
like,
back in the
I
game.
get one of those.
It's coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide offset, even look to the receivers. It's going to be dropped over to Chance Ravager for 11 yards. Why can't Wiley Coyote get one of those? Because Wiley Coyote was doing the blocking.
34-yard line. It's first down.
Coach,
As they're coming out of the offset shotgun, 3 wide offset, 2 up top, 1 down low. It's going to be a quick play action pass over the middle. It's caught by John Smith for 8 yards.
I'm really surprised we haven't got any plays from the chat about the coach. Luis has really been the only one I think.
But he ain't said anything about, oh my God, Devontae Jacobs just got blown up in the backfield by Brendan O'Shea.
Doesn't mean you throw the play away.
I'm pretty sure his soul
Just
left
need
his
to
body.
execute better next time.
Third down, and they need to get it to the.
Yeah, I'm mostly surprised we haven't heard anything from the coach himself about him playing favoritism. As I come out of shotgun formation, 4 wide out, set trips up top, 1 down low. He's going to load up. He's going to find his man over the middle. It's John Smith.
Really a nicely thrown ball, and a good job by the receiver to run right under it.
Just in that zone where they ain't.
You know what's surprising? It's a game of the week, and there's only 17 people on Twitch.
And he's immediately tackled.
Very solid gain through
As you have Morty McFloat bringing up 2nd and 2.
The ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
It'll be
Right.
Second down and about
Go
2
ahead.
you
yards
keep
to go.
throwing it. Better run it.
I'm just saying, go ahead. I mean, if you're Wake Forest, there's one thing I'm doing and one thing I'm going to stay doing.
Hit before he can go anywhere.
I'm going to keep throwing it.
I mean, you're picking up 5 yards a clip. Just keep going.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide out set. They're going to hand you off to Jacobs up the gut, who's going in untouched until he got to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They're bringing back to a 3-point game.
Move to get into the end zone.
There's a perfect play.
Even if he hadn't got there, they tapped him
practiced that
forward.
one a few times.
Yeah, I mean,
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point.
but they didn't even grab him until he was in the end zone.
It'll be interesting what happens now. This is the first time it's been back within 3 years. Or did they
As
get
we're
back
going
to
to
the
get
first?
Wake.
20. They'll bring him down at the
Okay,
22.
I feel sorry for Uncle Swoosh and Coyote. Their partner cannot get a block to save their life.
So what will it hold?
I blame the head coach.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 3 wide out set, 2 up top, 1 down low. He's going to draw back. He's going to float this over, and it's going to be Donovan Orlando for 3 yards.
Number 9 makes the tackle at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I had probably a better
It's
player
second down.
if he'd have turned it up and tried to make a move instead of he just turned it up and ran right to the guy coming to tackle.
He's tackled right around.
As it's going to be back to Orlando for 7 yards. He may not have a lot of yards, but he's been a vital part of this offense.
He's key for a couple of first downs a game for sure.
As they're coming out of single back formation, they're going to be moving in man in motion. It's going to be a quick pass over the middle.
That's just a great
It's
play.
going to fall
Separates the ball
incomplete
from the
as like
receiver.
7 people
He'll be
hit that
feeling
dude.
hit tomorrow.
They almost got an
Second down,
offsides
10
call there.
yards to go. Ball on the 32-yard line.
As they're coming out of the into backfield set, 5 wide trip to the south side of your screen. He's got all day to throw, and he's going to throw it to a man where number 26 was draped over him. He said, y'all talked enough crap about me. I'm going to lock him up this quarter.
Hey,
As they're
look,
coming out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out set, 2 to the top side, 1 down low.
Throws quickly, and it's almost
And
intercepted.
That's a heads-up play by the
huge
defender.
deflection by
Get those
Tim
hands up
Parent
and
forced
something
us
good
into
may
4th
just
and
happen.
10.
here's Wake's
Doesn't
chance
look
to
like he's got
finally
much
grab a
time to
lead.
Get rid of this punt.
Let's see what they do with it.
As the punt is up and away, you got Wiley Coyote deep back to return.
That was a great
Nice little
hit. He
return
wasn't
there,
getting
bringing
away
it
from
almost to
that
the
one.
50-yard line.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure.
Then he got tackled by the entire
something
kicking
going
team.
on this series.
The
burden is gonna
entire
be felt
thing.
by their
As they're
defense.
coming out, shotgun formation, 3 wide all set. It's going to be a play
Right
action.
to the back, and he drops
That's
it.
probably better that it was incomplete, but huge play by the Raging Cajun. Blew that play up from the start.
Ball on their own 48.
Yeah, that one loses you yards and runs the clock.
As they're coming this formation, 4 wide all set. Quick pass over. It seemed like he was a little trigger happy there because just released that too early, in my opinion.
He was just showing off his arm strength for the cheerleaders.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide out set. He looks to the receivers. It's going to be a fucking halfback
Looks
screen.
got his back.
That loses a yard, and they're going to have to send it right back to this Raging Cajun
Picture
team.
perfect defense on that drive.
The first half was all offense. The second half going to be all defense for us?
Well, 70's going to have to get some a little bit better blocking there because he ran so slow that he couldn't even pick up that guy and spring him out of the backfield.
And they're going to punt it away. It's going into the end zone for a touchback. You like how I saw that one coming while the ball was still midair?
Both squads now. Let's see what happens on this next drive.
When the return guy went backwards, it's going into the end zone.
As they're coming out of the offset shotgun, 4 wide offset, took to the south side, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to dump it over. He's going to find a man. That's Jamal Allen. First time we've heard his. Second time tonight we've heard his name. Been a quiet night for him.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on
12 yards.
22.
First, Tony Burn for first.
And they're coming out. They're going to pitch it over. He's got blockers. He's going to get 3 before Bill Whitman lays the lumber. That's who number 26 is. That man is making his name known in a good way this second half.
Oh, that was number 4.
That was Tim Parent then. As they're coming out of the single back formation, 3 wide outside, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take 3-step drop. He's going to be brought down short of 6. What do you do? If I'm the Raging Cajuns, I'm handing you off right now.
I'd probably run the read option here.
Either way. And they're coming out of shotgun formation trips, so they want the speed option. And they got it. Anthony Stover with 3 yards, just enough for the first down.
That was lucky because those can go very bad.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation, trips to the south side, 1 up top, 1 down low. And they're going to find Gutenberg for 12.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation, 4 wide outside, even look receivers. He's got all day to throw, and then some. He's loading up. He's throwing double coverage, and it's going to be deflected by the man himself. Coming out this second half, making his name known. Hey, Slater, I'm trying to do my best to do a fair called game. They're coming out of shotgun formation. It's going to be, oh my God. Have you seen number 26 this stuff? You there, Beard?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Good Lord.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
My man got killed.
As he's dropping back, he's going to load over. He's going to throw it over. He has a man. He's going to be brought down. That's Uncle Swoosh.
Yeah, Swoosh is a guy that you got to lock him down. If you can lock Swoosh down and stop him from going crazy on you, you can hold ULL down.
As they're coming out of pitch formation, 3 wide out set, 2 up top, 1 down low. Has all day to throw and just going to dump it off to the wide open Gordy All slot.
Really got to do the bend don't break thing here.
You definitely need to hold them to 3. And I hear Coyote over there saying, put me on Swoosh, and guess where he's lined up right now.
And he's level.
As it's Stover for 2 yards, bringing up 3rd and 5.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Gotta hold this one here.
And they've had no problem converting their first 2.
And you got Coyote on Swoosh. Violence happening right now. And they're coming out single back set, 2 wide out set, both up top. And it's a zone coverage freaking course.
Around the 4-yard line.
And Swoosh is, I think that's a bad spot. But
that makes it 1st and goal.
as they're coming out of the formation, 2 wide out set, it's going to be a handoff.
At the 2-yard line.
To Stover, he's getting 2, bringing up 2nd and goal. You know it'd be cool right now if you're Wake Forest?
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on
a pick.
I don't think you're going to see him throw the ball.
I don't either. As they're coming out of the goal line formation, single back set, it's going to be a handoff, and he's losing a yard.
Now you might see him throw the ball.
I mean, if you're Wake Forest right now, are you hoping for a pick and have to travel 98 yards, or are you just hoping going to try to settle for 3?
I think you just take whatever you get here. You just can't. You're just hoping for not a touchdown.
As they're coming out of the offset shotgun, it's going to be a handoff. It's a touchdown.
Now you have to score again.
Very good all-around effort. The running, blocking,
Go.
the entire package. A well-desered score.
But you
tag the league chat. Go tag league chat. Go tag your mama. Go tag the locker. We're in for a great game.
The kicker looks like he's ready to
10
kick
points.
this one
Still
off.
plenty of time left in the third to change it.
As we're going to get a return brought out by Wiley Coyote.
Brought down at the 29.
Did you really just see that blocker run right by the dude coming at it?
He said, I don't want to tell you.
Ended in a
Wiley's not
punch,
made
so
any
this
friends at
quarterback's
Wake
gonna be
Forest,
looking for
apparently.
something better on this drive.
He
If they're
does
gonna make a
not.
comeback in this
And they're
game,
coming out of the pistol formation too. Wide out set. He looked for the receiver. It's going to be a handoff to Devontae Jacobs for 3 yards.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 33-yard line. 2nd down.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation for wide out set. Even look to the receivers. 2 on both sides of your screen. He's going to drop back. Takes 3-step drop. He's going to find that BB Wolf for 3 yards.
He threw that thing with somebody right in his face.
I mean, he's showing composure. He's trying to get his team back into this. As they're coming out of the pistol formation too. Wide out set. Even look for the receivers. Going to be a handoff to Jacobs, who's going to spin 1 tackle, break 2 tackles. Bag a man for 5 yards and still going. That's 4 yards. I have never saw it actually have a man on his back and carry it like that.
That man went for a ride. Charge him admission.
I've never saw someone actually be carried like that before.
He said, "Wee!"
1st down.
Like the pig in the Geico commercial.
As they're coming out of shotgun formation for wide out set, he's not going to like it. He's going to scramble. He's going to get back to the line. That's
just
it.
a relentless pass rush.
Styles definitely not the runner.
That's what happened there.
No, once again, he's Peyton Manning. He even has the number with him.
Jared Lorenzen was who I was trying to think about earlier. Oh, hefty lefty.
Oh,
2nd down,
hefty.
10 to go.
Yeah, I remember.
Ball on the
The old
34-yard
Kentucky
line.
quarterback.
Yeah, that dude was a big dude, but he would run all over the place.
It's going to be a halfback
Setting up
screen.
blockers.
Jacobs is going to get a block.
Knocked
That's
out of
it.
bounds
It gets
at the
6, making it
28-yard
3rd
line.
and 5.
3rd and more manageable. It's not really where you want to be.
I mean,
But like I
you're
said,
in
you're
field goal
football
range. As they're coming out of the shotgun formation for wide out set, even look to the receivers. They're going to be moving Jacobs outside, so it's 3 up top, 2 down low. He's going to dump it off to John Smith for 7 yards and a new center down.
He actually had Jacobs on the wheel route.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
I saw that as well, but I mean, I guess he trusted the hands of Smith a little bit better. As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 3 wide out set, 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to throw a bullet to BB Wolf. He just broke someone's ankle.
I think one of UL's guys tried to hit him and ended up hitting the guy holding him and knocked him off of him.
As they're coming out of the pistol formation, 4 wide out set, it's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, who's going to drag a man off of him. Touchdown! Wake Forest.
Once again, back to a 3-point game.
This young man is having a great
Pending the extra point, of course.
But more of these guys on his team need to start doing the same if they want to get back into the game.
The draw within a
Wake Forest defense has to make a stop, though.
Looks like they're ready for the kick.
As the kick is up, will we see Uncle Swoosh with a nice return? No, he has to block. And he pancakes someone. That is how you block, huh?
Really answered the bell here in the 3rd quarter, Kirk.
Exciting to see what these offenses have been able to do here. To be able to come out and score.
My man gets excited about some pancake blocks.
I'm a kick returner. The other ones don't get it. The kick returner ones can't get a block. The kick returner twos get blocks.
I don't know. I don't have that problem. All my guys block. That's why Max Prime is 3.
In the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
As they come out of shotgun formation, 3 wide out set, 2 down low, 1 up top. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Anthony Stover for 3 yards.
If he'd have cut left instead of right, he had a whole lot of room. Might have been banging his head against the goalpost.
It's 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on the 36.
As they're coming out of offset shotgun, 4 wide offset, trips down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. Has all day to throw, going to throw it up 1-on-1. That's Bill Whitman keeping that man on lockdown. He's a different man.
It's actually the real Bill Whitman. There was somebody else playing as 26.
Yeah, he was running late to the game, so they just gave someone his jersey.
They're going to be forced to punt it away.
Oh, that's huge.
Hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will
As they're going to have to punt it away.
He's out to the 30.
He got a block. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. He crossed midfield.
We head to the final quarter, and we've got a great game on our hands.
You know what time it is?
With a 3-point
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What time is it? I know what time it is. Let Twitch World know.
Twitch World, it is time for not like the 3-point lead that we had for ULL, but time for them fours.
Things aren't tied, but they might as
put them up in chat.
It's this drive.
Big fours, little fours, all
for the last quarter. Pulls it in, and that's a
I can't see what's happening right now.
John Smith's tired of hearing me talk about him. All I'm saying, John, is you looked really good in black and gold.
It looks like he gained a couple pounds in the offseason, too.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
As they're coming out of the Pittsburgh Nation, trips down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back, take a 3-step drop. He's going to plant his feet. It's going back to John Smith, who's 1 yard away from the century mark.
So that's they got tired. He got tired throwing to the coach's kid and hearing the coach in his headset say, "Throw to the kid."
As coming out of Pittsburgh formation, 4 wide outside, it's going to be a handoff to Jacob, who drummed that man 8 yards into the end zone.
That's Wake Forest's first lead of the night.
They finally got it, like I said, first lead of the night. As it's 32-38.
30 times a game.
30 seconds to score.
He splits the uprights with the extra point.
Now you need your defense to hold one here.
Looks ready to kick.
Definitely do. As you're going to get...
He's to the 20. At the 30.
Yeah, Uncle Swoosh on a nice 29 turn.
Swoosh is looking for everybody else to block like Wiley Coyote just got.
And the thing that stands out when you look at this video is the way he's been able to put the ball.
You think that was blocking or him just being fast enough to outrun them?
Time after time, he's made the throw to allow his receivers to make the catch and get upfield.
And as tough as
you see Big Poppy doing himself in game. It's been a shootout. Neither defense has been showing up tonight. And you have the Raging Cajuns coming out of the I formation, 2 wideouts set. It's going to be Stover getting back to the line, and that's it.
From their own 31-yard line.
Let's see what they can do here.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Ooh, empties.
Empty backfield set, 5 wide, trip to the south side, 2 up top. He's going to load up. He's going to throw it over. It's Gunsberg for 9 yards.
Generous spot there. I thought he only gained 7, but they're going to give him 9.
Yeah, I mean, they both has had some very generous spots. As they're coming out of shotgun formation, 4 wide offset, it's going to be a speed option. They're going to let the pitchman keep it, and he's getting 18. And I forgot my fucking tobacco in the truck. We got a code red.
Oh no, not a code red.
I'm digging in like pants pockets and shit, hoping I brought it in, but I'm not having any luck yet.
Ball on the 42.
Coming in looking for another that weird trips to the top.
He's going to drop back. Lotus over. It's Guggiesburg again.
Gurton deep Guggiesburg. Poppy just throwing it all over the place.
He's sharing that love. As they're coming out of pitch formation, 4 wide offset, it's going to be another read option. It's fumble! Wake Forest recovers it.
Did he fumble it though?
He's got to forget about it. Go out there and
That
play
looks
hard the next
like
time
a
they hit the
fumble.
field.
Poppy has seen better days. Somebody go get him he's going to be in a medical tent for a minute.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped,
They really need their defense to stand up, force a 3-and-out quickly here. As they're coming out of starting formation for wide outside, trips to the south side. And it's, oh my God, did he actually catch that?
Yes, I don't know how, and I don't know why you throw that ball, but whatever.
So it's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the
Both
first
these
down.
quarterbacks are sitting around 350 with 3 touchdowns.
As they're coming out of the shotgun formation for wide outside, even though the receivers, it's going to be a play action. It's going to be caught by McLoak for 3 yards in a new set of down.
It's like Solomon picks one guy. He's like, this is the dude I'm going to this whole series.
That's exactly what it seems like, don't it? As coming out of pistol formation, it's going to be a handoff to Jacob, who only seems to do good in the red zone. Do you realize that?
8-yard run, a negative 8-yard run.
It seems like he only does good in the red zone, and he'll drag the team into there.
I'm pretty sure he's just tired.
It's second down.
I'd be tired too, dragging all those people with me to the touchdown.
They're coming out of shotgun information for wide outside. He's going to fling this over to the sideline. It's going to be caught by Jacob. 3rd and 14.
Who's bigger, Styles or John Smith?
I got to go with Styles. That man's a giant. That's coming out of the shotgun formation for wide outside. He looks for the receiver. He's going to send the slowest, longest float pass I've saw in this eternity.
Didn't even give his team a chance.
Wait, just what this Raging Cajun needed is it's a 4-point game.
Calls for the fair catch.
Ooh. What corner punt or a sideline punt.
Well, I'm sure the offense will be looking to avoid the turnover that ended their last drive.
The defense.
I'm in my truck right now and I still don't see it.
They love going for the strip and attack.
What's the code black?
Yeah, because I'm about to walk over to the gas station while I call this game.
At the 24-yard line.
As Uncle Swoosh going to get a 6-yard grab.
So it's second down now.
Swoosh is the guy to watch on this UL defense. The UL offense. UL goes the way Swoosh does.
Coming out of the single back on Salsa. It's going to be grabbed by Greg Gibbons. Yeah, we're definitely sitting at a Coach Black right now. I'm not finding this. There's going to be a read option. He has blocking. Big Poppy, 6 yards, 5 yards.
That's just trying to get Poppy some confidence back.
2nd and 5. Ball on their own
I've been
36.
talking about this whole time.
Oh.
It's going to drop back. It's going to be another read option. This is being down, losing a yard.
Got to be careful here. Cannot let Wake Forest stop you again because they're going to go heavy, probably run, maybe a little bit of passing, short passing, trying to run the clock out.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to get something. Here's going to be a play action over the middle. They get it. That's Uncle Swoop for 7.
Well, I tell you, UL goes the way of the swoosh.
I mean, if you have talent like Swoosh, you have to utilize him. As he's going to be a handoff up the gut. Has a huge hole.
All I'm saying is if Swoosh doesn't have a Nike NIL deal, that's just a missed opportunity.
Have you summoned it? That's what I just looked at.
Man left.
And I'm coming out of shotgun formation. 3 wide outside, 2 down low, 1 up top. We're going to be moving tight end in motion. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it over the middle. Swoosh on.
Makes it look easy. He's up to 400 yards.
The guy has done a
22 yards on the night.
Swoosh looking for the 150 mark.
First down, 10 to go.
He's coming out of the offset shotgun. He's got a man rolling over. And he's just going to have to float this one out of bounds as the pressure got to him.
Just saving face on that one.
At some point, you've got to have a feel. Almost that
I mean, I'm okay with saving face.
to get out of there and avoid the pressure.
Just not saving face.
Before you get hit.
3 wide outside, 2 up top, 1 down low. Pressure's coming. He's throwing one up. and not even going to give his man a fighting chance.
And once again,
Wake Forest has not done well tonight, though, on 3rd and long.
Yeah, the Wake Forest has not like 3rd and long all game long. Where the fuck is that? He's going to drop back. It's going to be a halfback screen, and it's going to be blown up for a loss of 1.
In no man's land, though, this could be 4th and go.
I think you have to. With 4 minutes on the clock, you're behind. Like I said, you're in no man's land. It would be, what, a net 20-yard punt?
Yeah, at best.
And they're coming out of the shotgun formation. 3 wide out, set 2 down low, 1 up top. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw one over, and Tim Parent with a huge deflection.
Parent almost made that. His pick. All he heard was coaches on the sideline yelling, "Bat it down! Bat it down!"
Why did I just hear Hank Hill when you done that?
You know this is a real crucial time in the game.
Now, here's the key. 3 timeouts, both teams. 3 minutes left, almost 4, and you're trailing. Not time to panic. But you can't let them do that.
I mean, if you're Wake Forest, I think you got to mix in a little more run and keep doing quick deacon dunks.
God, if that keeps working, you don't. That over the middle slant route is wide open every time. Just keep doing that. It's as good as a run.
I mean, just doesn't take off time off the clock, really. As in, they're going to hand you off to Jacob, who's going to get 1 yard. And most importantly, this clock does not stop.
It only stops on incompletions anyway.
Yeah, and when first down change base.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it doesn't completely stop then. It's where you need Jeopardy theme music.
And it's not.
That was dangerous. Oh, that was
very
dangerous.
dangerous.
Now the clock stops.
They sent the whole house on him right there, though.
You're not in field goal range.
You don't need one to field goal anyway.
Field goal makes it where they have to at least score a touchdown. Well, I guess they got to do that.
They got to do that anyway. They're going for 4th and 3. They're coming out of the pistol formation 4 wide out that trips up top, 1 down low.
Yeah, this is no man's land again. You're going to let the clock run.
You definitely have to take the clock out with you, but it's right now you're playing a double-sided sword.
I think this is that whole net punt of what, 15 at this one?
Yeah, I mean, but 11 o'clock tick is a double-sided sword. If they score, you left yourself a lot less time. Oh my God! Chance Ravager made probably the biggest catch of the game right there.
That's the coach's kid. That's who we trust. In the coach's kid, we trust.
Let's go, coach's kid. Let's go. And you're going to get a handoff to Jacob, who's going to lose 3.
I do not like the screen in this. Just run it. Just run the ball. Make them burn that last time out and run the ball.
And they're going to hand it off the gut to Devontae Jacob. That's their 3rd and final time out of the night.
You run it one more time and kick a field goal.
They'll bring him down.
I do not know that I agree with throwing that ball, but it's okay. It works out.
I mean, you're in field goal range, center of the field. You're going to take about 30 seconds off the clock, so you just gave them a minute on the clock to score.
I don't mind that so much. It just concerns me that you threw the ball to the middle of the field.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I understand completely. Definitely was not what I would have done because it could have easily been picked off.
Look at it back was right at a minute after kickoff and everything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right at a minute.
But the good news is that does make a touchdown. So now you can't lose on this drive if you're Wake Forest.
Well, you can.
Nobody's going to kick. Nobody's going for 2.
There's a reason I'm not a college coach.
Both teams realize that when the ball is
So,
snapped, we're one
I have been
play
digging
away
for this
from a very
candidate, but I have no
different
clue
ballgame.
where it is.
All right,
I know I had it.
Here we go.
And they're going to come out of shotgun formation. He's going to throw a quick pass over. Bill Whitman. Man, this second half, Bill Whitman needed to be here in the first half.
That's all.
So it's second.
He was just running late.
Ball on the 27.
He's coming out of the shotgun formation. He's going to drop back. He's going to float this one over. And he's going to be hit by 7 Wake Forest players right there.
Yeah, I think you've got to be throwing for touchdowns.
That's when the quarterback will have his chance to go over the top.
Yeah, you definitely got to be trying to stretch this field open.
48 seconds. You need to throw for 5 or more every play.
Under a minute left.
He's coming out of shotgun formation. He's going to drop back. He's going to float this one over. He has the man and steps out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Yep, 5 or more every play. I almost would rather you throw for the sticks every play, but 5 could be done.
Yeah, 5 or more every play will get you where you need to be. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw.
He was looking for the tight end.
Sure, it's disappointing, but this is
incompletions aren't your enemy.
I do not like the execution. Yeah, I like the thought.
Bottom of the screen.
Throws it deep. Doesn't get there. He caught it, but failed to get there.
Oh, he had it too.
An outstanding catch, and he just missed.
Threw it too far out. He had. I called it. I told you where it's going. Has it again. Same defensive formation. He's got him open down there again if he throws it.
Throws it out there. Caught sideline, and he stays in.
Split the cornerbacks there.
And took a absolute shot after he threw it. Now, ULL, don't score
It's 1st and 10.
too fast.
Ball on the 21-yard
because
line.
Wake Forest has some monsters at the receiving core. They will do this to you too, and they have timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not what you want to do. Give too much time.
10th play of the drive.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
We're back in the trucks as I'm digging for a can of dip.
How's Slater holding up in the chat?
I don't know. I'm in my truck.
Oh, he threw it. The guys ran to the same spot. He hit one of them in the helmet.
Very careful as you're feeling pressure. To throw
3rd
the
and
ball.
10.
Right now, Wake
Throw the ball. If
Forest
you feel
is
like
praying
you're
for an
not gonna be able to
interception.
Make the play and the defense got you. Just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
Oh my gosh! At him again. Poppy is falling apart.
This could be it.
The pressure is getting to him, and he's caving.
Have not converted a 4th down yet.
They're coming out of shotgun formation. 3 wide outside, 2 down low, 1 up top. Pressure's coming. It's
There's the
intercepted.
pick.
And I think I can hear the fat lady singing.
And that is going to do it. With 18 seconds left, he threw it to the one side of the field where the man was perfectly covered, like he wasn't even trying to get open.
He threw it to the one defender he didn't need to try to test.
He'll go down to one knee.
Going to see the victory formation, what a lot of coaches call the greatest formation in football.
I mean,
I'm
that
sure
is
that there's people who disagree with us right now.
So, Beard, it's been a hell of a game. What's your final thoughts on this game?
A really tough one to lose.
This was everything we built it out to be. Playing really close game. And like I said early, ULL just let Wake Forest hang around too long. They had chances to put them out of their misery, and they didn't. And that's just what's going to happen. If you let good teams hang around, they will beat you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put a good team out early to stay in. But you know what? Go ahead.
Look at what happened when we played Wake Forest. We left them in that game, and they almost came back and got us. We learned from that mistake and played ULL later in the year, like 2 weeks later, and we just took ULL out of the game early.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let a good team stay in it.
No,
but that's going to do it for us.
Go ahead.
That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm Trig. That's Beard. And go have a beer for us on this Friday afternoon. We're out.
That's it.